少女前線
The Steyr AUG, standing for Army Universal Gewehr or Army Universal Rifle, is a 5-star AR that was originally obtained as reward for accumulating 1800 points during the Black Danube event, but is now available from some seasonal events such as the White Day event, from select stages or the event shop. The AUG's development began in the 1960s by Steyr Puch, now Steyr Arms, after breaking up into 3 separate companies, with the AUG itself being adopted by the Austrian Army in 1977, later also being adopted by the Australian Army, ironic that is, and I believe the New Zealand Army, replacing the FNFAL as the main service firearm of the Austrian Armed Forces. What's unique about the AUG is that it's designed to be a modular weapon system, being able to change barrels, chambers, and magazines to become its base form, an assault rifle, carbine, SMG, or LMG. The AR carbine and LMG variants fire the 5.56x45mm NATO cartridge, while the SMG form can fire either the 9x19 Parabellum or 40 Smith & Wesson. The AUG also comes with what's known as a progressive trigger instead of a fire selector group, where pulling the trigger halfway fires it semi-automatic, while fully pulling the trigger fires it automatic. Continuing on the topic of variants, the variants the AUG has are the AUG A1, which comes with an integrated optics and comes in olive or black, the AUG A2, which redesigned the charging handle and comes with a Picatinny rail system instead of an integrated sight, the AUG A3, which just has more Picatinny rails, the AUG H-Bar, which is the LMG variant of the AUG and comes with a heavier and longer barrel and bipod, and the AUG 9mm or Para, which will be covered in the AUG Para video. The Steyr AUG is a gas-operated rotating bolt assault rifle, which fires the 5.56x45mm NATO or 9x19/40 Smith & Wesson cartridge, depending on the variant, from a 30 or 42 round proprietary detachable box magazine, at a fire rate of 650 to 750 rounds per minute, out to a range of 300 meters. Inner character art drawn by Samail. AUG wears a black dress with lace designs on the skirt, a black coat with buttons on the lower sleeve, black gloves with the forefinger cut off her left index finger, black thigh-high boots with white heels and black ribbons at the top, white flowers with a black ribbon in her hair, a necklace with a crucifix around her left wrist, and a long black scarf with tassels at the end. She holds her AUG, specifically an AUG A1, in the left-hand conversion, with both hands. Her right hand at the base of the suppressor attached to the barrel, and her left hand on the grip, finger off the trigger. Fun fact, in her damage art, she cries orange for whatever reason, and it's a popular community joke to say that she cries orange juice. In her voice lines, voiced by Waki Izumi, who also voices Sane Katagiri in Idolmaster, Galko in Galko-chan, Special Week in Uma Musume, Maika Sakura-no-miya in Blend S, Senko in Senko-san, Shion Kujo in Are You Lost, An Shelley in Next Life as a Villainess, Flatort in Slime Grinding Isekai, Nagisa Minase in Girlfriend, Takumi in DIY, Tristan in FGO, Suzuya in Kumano in Azure Lane, and Charlotte in Genshin. AUG has quite the dour outlook on life, often pretending everything is a funeral.
指揮官さん、敵の葬式に花を手向けたいのなら、私は最善の適任者ですわ。葬式もだんだん大きくなりそう。血と涙、私にとって同じものです。この花の香りは、私と真逆の気配ですね。涙は、悲しい気持ちの時だけと思っていましたが、今の私も、きっと、涙が止まらない。そんな気持ちですわ。私たちは人間の代わりとして戦場に出る道具。だから、戦場で私たちが死んだ時は、人間が救われるという意味ですね。雨が好き。 雨の中にいると気持ちが柔らかくなりますから。あなたに死を差し上げますわ。生という気持ちを忘れましょう。あなたを葬って差し上げます。
Like some ARs, AUG's main role is buffing her own stats for a short period of time. Her tiles buff all T-Doll types, HGs, ARs, RFs, SMGs, MGs, and SGs, giving them plus 12% evasion and plus 20% accuracy. She's best placed on tiles 4 or 5, but can be placed on tiles 1, 2, 7, or 8 if you don't mind losing 2 tiles. At level 10, AUG's skill, Funeral Rain, has AUG sacrifice 0% accuracy and raises her rate of fire to 150, then enters Sweep Mode. Sweep Mode switches AUG's target after every shot, lasting for 7 seconds. This has a 4-second ICD and 16-second NCD. However, if AUG has her spec, the M-Lock Handguard equipped, when Funeral Rain procs, an additional instance of 60% damage, which can crit, is added. Assuming that 60% damage is 60% of her normal damage and not plus 60% damage, it does 33 damage without other equipment. Also, I have no idea what the additional instance means. My best guess is that, when in sweep mode, she hits twice, with the second hit doing 60% damage. Or there's one more hit tacked on at the end of the skill duration. I'm hoping it's the former, because the latter is terrible. When fully linked and enhanced in a level 100, AUG has 61 HP per link for a total of 605, consumes 60 ammo and rations, deals 55 damage, has 46 evasion, 57 accuracy, 75 rate of fire, 10 move speed, a 30% crit rate, which is 10% higher than the average, and deals 150% damage on a crit. AUG is able to equip telescopic sights, hollow sights, red dot sights, night vision, suppressors, high velocity ammo, microchips, and exoskeletons. The recommended equipment for AUG is a 5-star scope, 5-star HV ammo, and her spec, the M-Lock Handguard, which was previously available as a monthly login reward, but will be available in the future as a gray zone reward. At max calibration and enhancement, the M-Lock Handguard gives plus 55% crit rate, plus 15% crit damage, and enhances her skill as previously discussed. The equipment overall gives her plus 20 damage, plus 103 crit rate, and plus 15% crit damage. This brings her stats to 75 damage, 100% crit rate since it caps at 100%, and 165% crit damage. AUG is a strange one to say the least. At first glance, she has great tile placement, which is pretty much identical to M4A1's, and decently good tile buffs. She also has a high base rate of fire, accuracy, and 10% more crit chance, with her skill buffing her rate of fire to 150 with no accuracy penalty at skill level 10, switching target every shot. Her spec, the M-Lock Handguard, improves her skill by, hopefully, making her skill's shot hit twice, and gives her a 100% crit rate if she has a 5-star scope that's fully enhanced and calibrated, and plus 15% crit damage. So pretty good overall. Having 150 fire rate with 100% crit chance and plus 15% crit damage, you're going to be getting double crits all the time. That is until you take a closer look at AUG. Her skill, despite the massive fire rate, will go to the next enemy, then the next, and so on until the skill ends, with the next enemy being randomly chosen. The skill will end pretty quickly as it lasts only for 7 seconds, though her tiles are plentiful and give interesting buffs. You'd be better off using an HG if you want those kinds of buffs. She has the potential to deal a lot of damage, but that really depends on building a team around her to make her do a lot of damage. Overall, AUG is similar to a Grenadier AR. She can mow down hordes of enemies, which have low HP, such as Diner Gates, but she'll struggle against enemies with higher health pools and especially against armor and shields. If you want to use her, do so in a mob echelon so you can mow down the waves of enemies before they reach you. Oh, and One more thing. Rain, Lila, Shirayuki, whatever the hell you call her yourself now. Remember when that random started messaging you on GFL out of nowhere? Started calling AUG bad? Remember how you searched and searched for them? Could never find them? You knew they were in the Discord because they sent you your Discord ID? It was me. I was the one behind those messages and made you waste your time. Thank you for watching. Please follow my Twitter for updates, and please check out my other Arknights and Azure Lane videos as well.